Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another session on biomolecules. And the macromolecule that we are going to discuss today is right there up on your screen. It's going to be carbohydrates. Right? As you know, we are discussing the chapter on biomolecules, and the only macromolecule that we have discussed up till now are nucleic acids. Right? We take up the next one, which is carbohydrates. Right? Carbohydrates is a very small discussion, and we'll try and wind it up in this session itself. Now, I know that we have done a little bit of discussion of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, and at lower standards. But this is going to be a little different discussion. Carbohydrates, the most abundant organic molecules in nature. ये देखो, most abundant organic, obviously plants they prepare starch by means of photosynthesis. So the amount of photosynthesis occurring on land of water is so huge, right? So most abundant organic molecules are carbs. The term carbohydrate is coming from the French term hydrate de carbone because it's a hydrate of carbon. See, the most common carbohydrate that we know is glucose, right? We know the molecular formula of glucose also, it is C6H12O6. We have done ribose also, C5H10O5. So we find that the general formula of a carbohydrate is CnH2nOn, और उसको हम लोग एकदम शॉर्ट में कर देंगे ना, तो इट विल बिकम समथिंग लाइक दिस. ये देखो, Cn, इसको एक्सपैंड कर दो, क्या होगा देखो, CnH2nOn. अब H2O को ब्रैकेट में डाल दिया, N बाहर निकल गया. सो इज दिस नॉट अ हाइड्रेट of carbon? So the French term is hydrate de carbone. ठीक है? And hence the name. So they have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, wherein hydrogen and oxygen are in the ratio 2:1. Now there are some organic compounds having the same empirical formula as that of a carbohydrate. That means ये CnH2nOn के formula में बैठते हैं, but they are not carbohydrates. Like for example formaldehyde, right? Formaldehyde देखो formula लिखा हुआ ब्रैकेट में. Is it CnH2nOn? Put n is equal to 1 in this and you will find that it is satisfying the formula, but formaldehyde is not a carbohydrate, right? Lactic acid, again it fits in the formula but not a carbohydrate. Now conversely, we have substances who are carbohydrates but they don't fit in the formula. Ulta, right? Rhamnose, right? Digitoxose, they are carbohydrates but they don't follow the general formula. अरे वो छोड़ो, deoxyribose, C5H10O4, isn't it? C5H10O4, it is not following the formula but it is a sugar, it's a carbohydrate, right? So both ways you have certain exceptions and examples for the same. Okay, now general functions of carbohydrates, we all know it's the most abundant. Obviously the most abundant amount of substance which is found is carbohydrate, so the majority of the energy of the body is also supplied by carbohydrates, right? You are already doing the chapter on respiration, so you are well aware that glycolysis वगैरह आपने पढ़ा है, right? So glucose का breakdown होगा, तो you will have 686 kilocalories of energy, out of which 38 molecules of ATP are generated. So the most abundant source of energy for the body is carbohydrates. It's a precursor for many organic compounds. Fats, amino acids can get formed from carbohydrates as and when required. In the cell membrane you can have glycoproteins and glycolipids, right? Now, so in combination with lipid or in combination with proteins, it can be found in the cell membrane, and because of which cell growth, fertilization can occur in the organisms. present as cellulose in plants. Cellulose is a complex carbohydrate. We know plant का cell wall is made up of cellulose, right? All the plant cells के essentially cell wall में cellulose होना ही चाहिए. It's a structural carbohydrate, right? It is present as a structure. It can be present as an exoskeleton of some insects, right? For example, cockroach. Cockroach का body wall is made up of a carbohydrate called as chitin, chitin, or somebody can prefer to call it as chitin. I leave the pronunciation on you all, right? Now, as long as the spelling is right. ठीक है ना? और chitin or chitin. Again, it is a carbohydrate, but a complex one, right? Last slide, I'll teach you what is chitin also. Cell wall of microorganisms, right? Now, so it can be present as structure. So carbohydrate can be used in the form of storage as well as structure, right? Glycogen देखेंगे तो animals में storage हो जाता है. Starch देखेंगे तो plants में storage हो जाएगा, right? Cellulose, chitin देखेंगे तो it can be structure also. ठीक है? Okay. So this is introduction to carbohydrates. Now classification of carbohydrates. As you can see in the chart up here, carbohydrates are classified as monosaccharides, oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. Now, you read the you read the government textbook, you read the notes, वहां पे oligosaccharides का कहीं mention नहीं मिलेगा आपको, right? Practically every book which you read, now you will find the classification as monosaccharide, disaccharide, polysaccharide, right? लेकिन थोड़ा सा हम लोग एक एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर, right? I just don't want to leave any corner empty. That's why. See, monosaccharide we understand, right? It's the monomer of a carbohydrate, right? A single glucose molecule, right? ना वो एक single है, right? C6H12O6. उसको तोड़ेंगे तो उसके बाद कार्बोहाइड्रेट नहीं बनेगा, राइट ना? जब उसको ब्रेक डाउन करेंगे तो हम लोग, so the single most unit is the monosaccharide, right? They are the true sugars soluble in water. ये देखो लिखा है basic units of carbohydrates. It cannot be hydrolyzed into smaller units. You cannot break them down. Oligosaccharides we will say when minimum of 2 monosaccharides have come together, minimum 2, maximum 9, so 2 जब आएगा तो हम उसको डाइसैकेराइड बोलेंगे. 3 मोनोसैकेराइड साथ में आ गए तो ट्राइसैकेराइड, tetrasaccharide, and so on till 9th molecule also we will call it as an oligosaccharide. When the 10th molecule is added, we will call it as polysaccharide. यानी poly will start from 10th onwards. 9 तक उसको हम लोग oligo ही बोलेंगे. हाँ, लेकिन oligosaccharides में the majority of the sugars present are disaccharides. Majority disaccharides. इसलिए फॉर प्रैक्टिकल पर्पसेस जब क्लासिफिकेशन प्रेजेंट होता है ना, तो वी से मोनो, डाई एंड पॉली. वी डोंट यूज द टर्म ऑलिगो, राइट? बट अपने को यहाँ पे एक पॉइंट क्या मिला है? ऑलिगो यानी मिनिमम 2, मैक्सिमम 9, राइट? वो रेंज में उसको ऑलिगो बोलेंगे, राइट? बट हियर वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस ओनली डाइसैकेराइड्स, नथिंग एल्स. आई होप दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर, प्लीज. ओके. The polysaccharides will be your multiple, more than 10. It can go in thousands, right? One glycogen molecule is made up of 30,000 glucose units. So you can imagine how big they can be. So they are non-crystalline. ये monosaccharides सब crystal, sugar जो हम लोग खाते हैं, crystals, right ना? Polysaccharides non-crystalline, right ना? Non-soluble in water, tasteless. Monosaccharides and they will be sweet in taste. On hydrolysis gives molecules of monosaccharides like starch, cellulose, right? Na chitin, polysaccharide, right? ये सब polysaccharides हैं. So these are nothing but complex carbohydrates. So these are simple carbohydrates, simple carbs, right? These are complex carbs, right? अब यहाँ पे ठहर के एक पॉइंट बताऊं क्या? See, when you consume a monosaccharide like a glucose, for example, right now, अब glucose को it does not see, you don't require to break down glucose into further smaller units. Glucose is the smallest unit. Glucose is the smallest unit. So it is taken in very fast. It is absorbed immediately in the system. When you consume a polysaccharide like starch, right now we consume rice, we consume bread, right now maida, right? All these are nothing but complex carbs. They require to be broken down, right? So starch has to undergo the process of breaking down, digestion. You have learned through means of enzymes, right? When you break down carbs, the enzymes are amylases, isn't it? So you have various amylase, right? Don't you have ptyalin in the mouth cavity secreted by the salivary glands? What is it? It's a salivary amylase, right? Intestinal amylase coming from the intestinal juice. They will break down these carbs finally till they reach the position of glucose, and glucose is absorbed in the body, going to the cell and then generating energy in the mitochondria, right? So how do we classify carbohydrates? Monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Which is the most commonly occurring oligosaccharide? Disaccharide, right? So our discussion today is about mono, di, and poly. Okay? Okay. Moving to the classification of mono. As we said here, mono is classified on two bases. देखो यहाँ पे, either on the basis of number of carbon atoms or on the basis of the functional group which is present in the carb, right? So we are going to use these two criteria for classification. On the number of carbon atoms, we can have trioses, tetroses, pentose, hexose, heptose. So if you see glucose here, so what is glucose, friends? It's a hexose sugar, right? What we said, what is ribose? It's a pentose sugar. So when we're using the word pentose, it is implying that there are 5 carbons. That's why you're using the word pentose. So this is the classification based on the number of carbon atoms. Look at the examples in trioses. Glyceraldehyde, dihydroxyacetone. थोड़ा सुना हुआ सा लग रहा है ऐसा मुझे, right? When glucose undergoes the process of glycolysis, right now, the 6-carbon glucose ultimately it breaks down into 2 3-carbon structures. Glyceraldehyde, phosphoglyceraldehyde, PGAL, pagal, and DHAP, dihydroxyacetone phosphate. इसलिए वहां टर्म क्या यूज किया तुमने? ट्रायोस फॉस्फेट. So one glucose molecule breaks down into 2 molecules of triose phosphates, क्योंकि जो ग्लाइकोलिसिस हुआ है उसके अंदर फॉस्फोराइलेशन हुआ है, फॉस्फोरस ऐड हुआ है, right? Glucose getting converted to glucose 6 phosphate and fructose 6 phosphate getting converted to fructose 1,6 diphosphate. 2 स्टेप पे फॉस्फोरस ऐड हुआ है, that's why you are having triose phosphate there, right? So what is that glyceraldehyde in that component? It is a triose. What is the dihydroxyacetone, DHA? It is a triose, right? Tetrose, C4H8O4. It is satisfying the formula, right? We have erythrose and threose. When you do photosynthesis में C3 cycle करेंगे तो you will come across the tetrose, erythrose करके. Pentose में you have ribose, xylose, arabinose. Ribose इसमें से पड़ा हुआ है हमारा. Ribose is the sugar present in RNA, right? लेकिन यहाँ पर देखो मैंने ब्रैकेट में क्या ऐड किया है? Even deoxyribose, although not satisfying the general formula of a carbohydrate, but still it is finding place in a pentose sugar. Okay, hexose में we have glucose, fructose, galactose, mannose, and heptose में pseudoheptulose and glucoheptose, right? So these are based on the number of carbon atoms. Now, on the basis of functional group present, right? Either the functional group is an aldehyde, ये देखो CHO, aldehyde, right? Or the functional group is a कीटोन, ये रहा तुम्हारा कीटोन ग्रुप, मिल रहा है अपने को बराबर। सो नाउ glyceraldehyde, what is glyceraldehyde? Oh, it's a triose sugar, but it is an aldehyde also, right? So can I call glyceraldehyde as a triose aldose sugar? Can I call glucose as a hexose aldose sugar? Because it's a hexose also and aldose also because of the presence of aldehyde group. Similarly, in a ketone, we have dihydroxyacetone. So what will we call dihydroxyacetone? A triose ketose sugar. What will we call fructose as? A hexose ketose sugar. Clear है अपने को please ये? Right now, see these diagrams were only to highlight the groups. Please, you're not expected to remember them in biology. At least when you come across 12th standard biomolecules, तब करेंगे तब chemistry में you will be taught about these structures also in detail. Okay. Right, so monosaccharides can be classified on the basis of either number of carbon atoms or on the basis of functional group present. I hope this classification is clear to us, please. Now, three most common monosaccharides right now are there right up on your screen. We've got glucose, we've got galactose, and we've got fructose. See, I've tried to give their structural formula, or sorry, rather structures also up, just to highlight a few points, right? See guys, I know I am doing, I'm going much beyond the NCERT, but be assured that this discussion would be useful to you when you cover biomolecules in chemistry also, right? Utna nahi, but at least a base de raha hu. And this entire discussion is necessary for understanding carbohydrates. Whatever is given in NCERT is not really sufficient to understand carbohydrates. Okay. So glucose, I can see the hexose ring here, everybody. Yes, we can see the hexose ring, right? But can you look? Oxygen is at one of the ends. So this is C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. The sixth carbon is outside the ring, right? So most important fuel in the living cell, obviously, this is the respiratory substrate. ATP comes from glucose. The concentration in the human blood is about 90 milligrams per 100 ml. That is what we measure. Tumhara blood sugar level, the diabetics they measure. Important point, the small size and solubility in water. It's a monosaccharide. It is smaller in size. It is soluble. It allows them to pass through the cell membrane into the cell, right? So when it is absorbed, it readily enters into the cell. You have done the process of absorption. I don't need to dwell more upon that, right now. So how the process of absorption occurs, we already covered in nutrition. Energy is released when the molecules are metabolized by cellular respiration, obviously. Now, galactose looks very similar to glucose molecules. If we compare, I'll just zoom in so you can compare it a little properly. Ye dekho. Can I see a lot of similarities, but I've tried to highlight the difference. Look at the position of H and OH, friends. Isn't it inverted here? है कि नहीं? So यहाँ पर H के जगह पे OH आएगा, vice versa हो गया यहाँ पे. बाकी सब मेरे को same दिख रहा है यहाँ पे तो. ठीक है, तो अब it is very similar to glucose molecule. They can exist in alpha and beta forms also. Now, what are alpha and beta forms you learn in chemistry, right? ना इतना डेप्थ में अपने को यहाँ पे जाने का जरूरत नहीं है. Galactose reacts with glucose to form a disaccharide called lactose, right? Now, so tell me now, lactase in your intestinal juice, it breaks down lactose to form galactose and glucose. So galactose plus glucose will give you lactose. However, glucose and galactose cannot be easily converted into one. They may be isomers of each other, but it's not easily converted into one another, right? Galactose cannot play the same role in respiration as glucose. That's why you can't have galactose as a respiratory substrate because of the slight shift in the structure. The last one is fructose. Now fructose, as we can very evidently see, has a different kind of a structure. ये दोनों hexose ring दिख रही है, यहाँ पर मुझे pentose ring दिख रहा है, right? Now राइट? देखो क्या लिखा है, इट इज अ कीटो हेक्सोस, फ्रक्टोस ना, इट इज अ कीटो, you just on the classification, it's a keto sugar as well as a hexose sugar, right? You should be aware of these terms, please. But it has a 5 atom ring rather than a 6 atom ring. Have a close look at it. ये देखो, oxygen at the tip, C1, oh, C2 is outside, C3, C4, C5, C6 is again outside. So we have 2 carbons which are outside the ring, and hence we have a pentose ring. We have a 5 atom ring and not a 6 atom ring, right? Fructose, on the other hand, reacts with glucose to form the sucrose, which is a disaccharide. I'm just bending so you can see this properly. Okay, so fructose with glucose will give us sucrose, राइट? सो लैक्टोज और सुक्रोज दोनों आगे हम लोग पढ़ने वाले इन द डाइसैकेराइड रीजन, ठीक है? सो द 3 मोस्ट कॉमन मोनोमर्स आर ग्लूकोज, गैलेक्टोज एंड फ्रक्टोज, राइट? नाउ फ्यू एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट्स अबाउट मोनोसैकेराइड्स, राइट? व्हेन यू टेक राइबोस और उसका डीऑक्सीजनेशन होगा, so what will be producing? Deoxyribose, right? Na? So is deoxyribose a deoxy sugar? मतलब is it a derivative of a monosaccharide? Which monosaccharide? Ribose का derivative है ये. So what we are doing are derivatives of monosaccharides, right? Monosaccharide, pure monosaccharide को थोड़ा सा हम लोग treat करते हैं, उस पे कोई process करते हैं, तो we get a modified sugar. We get a modified sugar. And that modified sugar can also function in some other way, right? ये थोड़ा सा ये पूरा मेरे तरफ से डाल रहा हूं मैं, ये पूरा, this is all from my side, and I insist that you should learn this, please, because now you know that deoxyribose is a derivative of a monosaccharide. Amino sugar. Now what's an amino sugar? When one or more hydroxyl groups of a monosaccharide, now we have seen monosaccharide में भर भर के hydroxyl groups है, one or more than one OH group is replaced by an amino group, then it forms an amino sugar. It forms an amino sugar. Glucosamine is the most commonest, एकदम commonest. ग्लूकोसअमाइन. अब जब ग्लूकोसअमाइन का स्ट्रक्चर बनता है, राइट, तो पूरा ग्लूकोसअमाइन एक मोनोमर बन जाता है. पूरा ग्लूकोसअमाइन एक मोनोमर बन जाता है, और जब ग्लूकोसअमाइन का मोनोमर आप ज्वाइन करेंगे ना, तो बनेगा चिटिन, काइटिन. सो इजंट काइटिन ऑल्दो अ पॉलीसैकेराइड, बट उसका मोनोमर तो इट्स अ मॉडिफाइड मोनोसैकेराइड. It's a modified sugar now, right? देखो नीचे, which forms chitin, fungal cellulose, hyaluronic acid. Wow, hyaluronic acid. What is present between the cells of corona radiata? The cells of corona radiata are stuck with the help of hyaluronic acid, right? Now that's why they have to be digested by that sperm का hyaluronidase acrosome के अंदर, ठीक है? So that hyaluronic acid is nothing but a modified sugar. It's a polysaccharide, it's a heteropolysaccharide, complex carbohydrate. लेकिन जिसका मोनोमर जो है वो एक modified derivative of monosaccharide है. Oxidation of the aldehyde group or the OH group. Oxidation of aldehyde gives us acid, simple chemistry. Ascorbic acid is a sugar acid. Ascorbic acid is nothing but vitamin C, right? ना आजकल बहुत इम्यूनिटी के चर्चे हैं, विटामिन सी टैबलेट ले लो, right? ना दैट विटामिन सी is nothing but a modified sugar. It's a sugar acid. That's why called as ascorbic acid. अगर रिडक्शन हुआ एल्डोस कीटोन, यहाँ ऑक्सीडेशन है, नीचे रिडक्शन, रिडक्शन will give you a sugar alcohol. Glycerol and mannitol, which are present in brown algae. When we do kingdom plantae, when we come to the algae, उसमें brown algae करेंगे, तो we will do that. The stored food is glycerol and mannitol, right? Now in brown algae, Phaeophyceae. So these are sugar alcohols, glycerol, mannitol. So a deoxy sugar, an amino sugar, a sugar acid, a sugar alcohol are all derivatives of monosaccharide. So a monosaccharide when undergoes a certain process, right now, be it deoxygenation, be it adding of an amino group, be it reduction, or be it oxidation, it will result into a modified sugar which can lead to the manufacture of a certain structure of a substance. All monosaccharides are reducing sugars due to presence of free aldehyde or ketone group. मतलब अगर aldehyde group free है और ketone group free है, so they are the ones which can help in the reduction process. They are all reducing sugars. Why? When you treat a sugar like this with a Benedict's reagent, where it will convert your cupric into cuprous, that means color change आएगा. Color change आएगा. That means you can detect the presence of glucose in the urine with the help of this test. Right now, earlier we used to have those small strips. Right now, we used to have small strips. Right? You just dip that strip into the urine of a person, and you will find that the color of the strip changes in accordance to the level of glucose. It was a very rough parameter to see whether the person is having sugar in urine or not. Right? So this color change is brought about by the reducing power of a monosaccharide. Right? In disaccharides also we will look at this point of reduction where only sucrose is a non-reducing, baki maltose and lactose are reducing. We'll come to that point. Right? So very important point, all monosaccharides are reducing sugars whereas all disaccharides are not. Okay? Okay. So this winds up our discussion on monosaccharides. Coming to disaccharides now. Okay, oligo, as I said, oligo के नीचे di आएगा. So oligo, they are formed by condensation of 2 to 9 monosaccharides, as I indicated. 9th तक oligo रहेगा. Smallest and commonest oligo is a di. Okay, and depending on the number of monosaccharides, either you can have disaccharides, trisaccharides, or tetrasaccharides. Right now, I will not give much of importance to these examples. Disaccharide मेरे लिए बहुत important है, sucrose, lactose, and maltose. ठीक है? So जैसे हमने 3 monosaccharide के molecules discuss किए थे, we'll discuss 3 disaccharide molecules. So disaccharides, right? Most of them sugars found in nature are in the form of disaccharides because monosaccharide to find them independently is very rare. Right? Most of the sugars found in nature are disaccharides in nature. Right? Disaccharide is formed when two monosaccharide react by condensation reaction. Obviously, two larger molecules will come together, बीच में से water निकल के बाहर जाएगा. I don't need to explain that. Right? And the bond which is formed is a glycosidic bond. Right now, where was the glycosidic bond in case of the nucleic acid structure? Right now, between the sugar and nitrogen base. Right now, sugar और nitrogen base के बीच में the bond was glycosidic bond. Okay. So यहाँ पर दो monosaccharide के बीच में भी what bond we have is a glycosidic bond. Disaccharides are soluble in water. So monosaccharides also soluble, disaccharides also soluble, but they are too big to pass through the cell membrane by diffusion. Right? Glucose आराम से निकल जाएगा. Right? लेकिन लैक्टोज भैया नहीं निकलेगा. तो उसको निकालने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा अपने को? Oh, so intestinal juice में से, right? ना intestinal juice which will release intestinal amylase, right? Lactase will act on the lactose to break down into glucose and galactose. अब glucose galactose छोटा molecule है, can pass through. Okay. So broken down in the small intestine during digestion, and then they are passed into the blood through the cell membrane to the cells. Right? So although soluble, but due to the size, they cannot pass the barrier. As I said, we'll be taking up 3 disaccharides for discussion. We have sucrose, lactose, and maltose. Right? देखो पहले maltose. Maltose is called malt sugar. Reducing है, made up of 2 glucose molecules. 2 glucose molecules. Right? अब देखो यहाँ पर this first carbon is called as an alpha carbon. Right? You learn in chemistry why it's called an alpha carbon because groups are attached to this. That's why. Right? अब यहाँ का फर्स्ट है तो यहाँ का फोर्थ है. राइट ना देखो स्ट्रक्चर सेम है, फर्स्ट यही होगा. राइट? फर्स्ट, सेकंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ. So the bond between 2 glucose molecules is between the first carbon of one and the fourth carbon of the other. यहां पर भी देखो ये फोर्थ है, 1 2 3 4, तो इसका जो बॉन्ड बनेगा वो उसके बाजू वाले के फर्स्ट से बनेगा. So we say the bond is 1,4 alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond. राइट ना, एकदम बाहर वाला पॉइंट है, राइट ना, लेकिन कहीं कॉर्नर में नोट करके रख लो. इट इज अल्फा 1,4 ग्लाइकोसाइडिक बॉन्ड. यहां पर भी अल्फा 1,4 नहीं है यहां पर, क्योंकि बीटा आ गया है, राइट ना. अभी अल्फा बीटा वाला चक्कर केमिस्ट्री में आएगा तुमको, प्लीज, राइट. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन हियर व्हाट इज अल्फा एंड बीटा, राइट. ओके, यहां पर भी 1,4 ग्लाइकोसाइडिक बॉन्ड है, बट हियर इट इज अ बीटा 1,4. Okay, so maltose malt sugar reducing made up of 2 glucose molecules, very easy. Lactose is milk sugar because obviously it's found in milk. It is also a reducing sugar. Now we know what's a reducing sugar, right? Now free aldehyde group hai, free ketone group hai. It can convert, it can react with Benedict's reagent to convert that cupric into cuprous, causing the color change. So glucose galactose se bana hua lactose, right? We said glucose and galactose में सिर्फ वो HOH का shift change होता है. They are very resembling, very close molecules, but they cannot be converted into, very difficult to convert into each other, right? Souring of milk is due to conversion of lactose to lactic acid. Obviously, we know that. Lastly, sucrose is cane sugar. It is found in sugar cane. So normal जो sugar अपन बोलते हैं, it's sucrose. Non-reducing sugar, as it lacks a free aldehyde or ketone. Now it should be very clear that why are sugars reducing or non-reducing in nature, right? A sugar is reducing because it helps to convert, it helps because it has got a free aldehyde or a ketone group. ठीक है? And sucrose is a non-reducing. Most abundant amongst naturally occurring sugars, very important source of dietary carbohydrates. So most of the carbohydrates that we consume are sucrose in nature, made up of glucose and fructose. So glucose is maltose, glucose galactose is lactose, glucose fructose is sucrose. You obviously have done this in nutrition, right? Now you know better now. So 3 disaccharides, right? We discussed 3 monosaccharides. Now we have discussed 3 disaccharides. Coming to polysaccharides, right? Now on this slide, now if I can just hide myself, okay. ये जो पूरा slide है ना, it is completely taken from the NCERT का paragraph polysaccharides, पूरा वहीं से उठाया मैंने, right ना? So that the entire part, this is the only part given in for carbohydrate, और एक bond का वो glycosidic bond वाला point दिया है, बाकी कुछ भी नहीं दिया है, only this polysaccharide वाला part is given, right? So let's see these points. The acid insoluble पहले मतलब part, right? ना we studied starting में analysis में, you know, you have acid soluble and acid insoluble. उसमें we have polysaccharides as a class of macromolecules. Polysaccharides are long chains of sugars. They are threads containing different monosaccharides as building blocks. Different, right? Not different. अब ये same भी हो सकता है और different भी हो सकता है, right? अभी you consider glycogen, you consider cellulose, starch. They all have only single monomer, glucose. सब ग्लूकोज का ही पूरा चेन इन लोग का. So ऐसे जो polysaccharides है, we say they are homopolysaccharides. Why homopolysaccharides? Because they are made up of the same repeating unit. One molecule glycogen made up of 30,000 glucose का repeating units. 30,000 glucose का repeating units. ठीक है? On the other hand, when you take up something like hyaluronic acid, peptidoglycans, right ना, ये सब क्या है? They are made up of more than one monosaccharide unit, right? उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं heteropolysaccharide. So polysaccharides, if they are made of the same repeating unit, you say it is homopolysaccharide. If they are made up of different repeating unit, you say it is a heteropolysaccharide. So homo and heteropolysaccharides. So cellulose, cellulose is a polymeric polysaccharide consisting only one type of monosaccharide, only one type. What is that one type? Glucose. Cellulose is a homopolymer. Homo, why? Because it is a same repeating unit. Starch is a variant, but plants में. Again, starch is a homopolymer. Animals have another variant called glycogen. Again, a homopolymer. Again, a homopolymer. Inulin is a polymer of fructose. इंसुलिन नहीं है, ये इन्यूलिन है. इंसुलिन इज अ हार्मोन. हॉर्मोन्स आर प्रोटीन्स. प्लीज, हाँ, राइट ना, वहां पर इट इज मेड अप ऑफ 2 चेन्स ऑफ अमाइनो एसिड्स. इंसुलिन, राइट. इन्यूलिन है ये, इट्स अ पॉलीमर ऑफ फ्रक्टोज. ठीक है. सो सेल्यूलोज इज अ पॉलीमर ऑफ ग्लूकोज. स्टार्च इज अ पॉलीमर ऑफ ग्लूकोज. ग्लाइकोजन इज अ पॉलीमर ऑफ ग्लूकोज. बट इन्यूलिन इज अ पॉलीमर ऑफ fructose. Right? Very, very favorite question. In a polysaccharide chain, say glycogen, the right end is called the reducing end, the left end is called the non-reducing end. Now it's very clear. क्यों reducing end? वहां पे free group रहेगा तो reduce करेगा, यहाँ पे एक end पे नहीं है तो नहीं reduce करेगा. Starch forms helical secondary structures. Hold on, please. I am going to show you a slide which will show this helical structure also. And because of the helical structure, the starch can hold iodine molecules in that helix. Right? एक minute. You all remember that photosynthesis में we were doing that Moll's half leaf experiment. वो आधा लीफ बॉटल के अंदर, आधा लीफ बॉटल के बाहर. If you remember, right now? So inside the leaf was not getting carbon dioxide, outside the leaf was getting carbon dioxide. So जितना outside part था उसमें ही photosynthesis होता था. It was to prove that carbon dioxide is required to do photosynthesis. But how to check whether starch is formed or not? Used to put iodine का drops. So जहां भी starch होता था, there is to give us a blue color. Right now, why starch with iodine gives blue color? Because starch का structure is helical. And the iodine gets trapped in that helix. On the other hand, cellulose and glyco, they don't have all these structures, so you'll find a different kind of a reaction. That's why they mentioned starch iodine reaction. Okay, so starch iodine is blue in color. Sorry. Cellulose does not have helices, hence it cannot hold iodine. Plant cell walls are made up of cellulose. Now ये ऐसा अलग-अलग जगह पे किधर क्या present है, they're trying to just give us. Paper is made from plant pulp and the cotton fiber is cellulosic. Right now, so cellulose से plant का cell wall है. Paper is there from plant pulp. Cotton fiber is cellulose. Right now, that plant pulp is also cellulose. There are more complex polysaccharides in nature. Right? And as building blocks, they have amino sugars. क्या आ गया देखो यहाँ पर, amino sugars, which are nothing but chemically modified sugars. We just discussed them. Right now, एक sugar को, right now, one or more OH groups are replaced by an amino group, NH2 group. It results in formation of an amino sugar. क्या पढ़ा था example वहां पर? Glucosamine. Glucosamine. You can have N-acetyl galactosamine also. You can have N-acetyl glucosamine also. N-acetyl glucosamine. उसको NAG बोलते हैं हम लोग. Short में NAG. N-acetyl glucosamine. So N-acetyl glucosamine is the monomer for chitin. Exoskeleton of arthropods, cockroach, have complex polysaccharide called as chitin. These complex polysaccharides are mostly homopolymers. They are talking about chitin. अगर आपके पास पुराना NCERT है तो वहां पे chitin heteropolymer लिखा रहेगा. Make that correction. It's a homopolymer. In the new NCERT, they have made this correction. Right? Chitin is not a heteropolysaccharide, it is a homopolysaccharide. N-acetyl glucosamine is considered as one monomer. Okay, so this is the entire thing which is given in the NCERT. ये पूरा paragraph दिया हुआ है. Right? Now, I have tried to give discussion on polysaccharide. इसके बाद, right? ये तो करना ही अपने को, लेकिन इसके बाद देखो मैं क्या दे रहा हूँ तुमको मैं. I have tried to discuss these separately. Right now, starch. I'll just make myself a little disappear. Okay, you can see properly now. Starch, stored food in plants, we know that. It is existing in two forms, amylose and amylopectin. Right? Can you see amylose and amylopectin? ये तुम्हारा helical part है. Starch, helix. So can it trap iodine here, friends? So starch may be which variant of starch can trap iodine? Amylose, not amylopectin. Right? Amylose is an unbranched polymer of alpha glucose. I tell you, glucose can be in alpha beta forms. So is only helix is present, no branching is present. Whereas amylopectin, I can see very much branching. Dekho. So amylose, it forms a colloidal suspension in hot water. Right now, colloidal suspension, right now, a very sticky suspension. It does not get dissolved completely. Whereas amylopectin, completely insoluble in water. So we have now a very small difference between amylose and amylopectin. Right? When we come to Kingdom Plantae, when you're discussing starch ka storage in plants, there again you will find mention of amylose and amylopectin. That time ये discussion अपने को काम में आएगा, please. So what is the difference between amylose and amylopectin? एक तो they are both variations of starch, right? Both are from alpha glucose. One is unbranched, one is branched, right? One is a helical structure, one is a branch structure. One forms a colloidal suspension, one is completely insoluble in water, right? This is starch. Glycogen, you can see the structure of glycogen, very, very similar to amylopectin, right? Very short distances between the branching side chains. Glycogen is stored in the animal body, particularly in the liver and muscles, from where it can be utilized as per requirement to produce glucose. Obviously, the hormones being insulin and glycogen, glucagon, insulin and glucagon, which will act on glycogen. Cellulose, ye dekho cellulose. Polymer made from beta glucose molecules. Polymer molecules are straight, right now. See, I've got these diagrams, right? जहां पर वो helix आया था, ये तो I can very clearly see the helix in the starch and the straight structure of cellulose. Now tell me यहाँ पर iodine को trap कैसे करेंगे? नहीं possible iodine को trap करना. That's why cellulose will not give reaction with iodine, right? So what is cellulose serving? It is cell wall in plants, right? Much tougher than cell membranes, and toughness is because of the arrangement of glucose units in the polymer chain and the hydrogen bonding between the neighboring chains. ये दो आपस के chains जो independent नहीं है, दोनों के बीच में hydrogen bonds है, and that is what makes the cellulose very, very tough. ठीक है? So starch, glycogen, cellulose. Now tell me, starch is a homopolymer or a heteropolymer? Homopolymer. Glycogen, homopolymer. Cellulose, homopolymer. Right? So these are all homopolymers where the repeating unit is glucose. Where the repeating unit is glucose. I hope you followed the discussion on all these three. Last में inulin and chitin. Right? इन्होंने आया था, it's a polymer of fructose, it's called as a fructosan, right? जैसे ग्लूकोज का पॉलीमर है तो ग्लाइकैन, right? That's why it's called as a fructosan. Glycan नहीं, glucan, sorry, glucan. It's found in dahlia, tuberous roots. Bulbs like garlic onion, वहां पर भी you will find the inulin, right? Is easily soluble in water. Inulin is not readily metabolized in the human body, right? उसका metabolism नहीं होता है, and it is readily filtered through the kidneys. What is not metabolized will get removed from the body, obviously, right? Now, that's why it is used for testing kidney function, GFR. When we come to excretion, we'll talk about inulin. Right now, just take it. This is the point. Don't ask me doubts also about inulin tomorrow. We'll talk about it when we do kidney ka point. GFR is glomerular filtration rate. Okay. बट अपने को सिर्फ एक ही पॉइंट याद रखना है, इन्युलिन इज अ पॉलीमर ऑफ फ्रक्टोज. यही क्वेश्चन आएगा एग्जाम में फ्रॉम बायोमोलिक्यूल्स, और कुछ नहीं आएगा. ठीक है? नाउ काइटिन और चिटिन, वट एवर यू वांट टू प्रोनाउंस इट, राइट? सेकेंड मोस्ट अबंडेंट ऑर्गेनिक सब्सटेंस आफ्टर सेल्यूलोज, राइट? सेल्यूलोज प्लांट सेल में सब जगह मिलेगा. उसके बाद यू हैव सेकेंड मोस्ट अबंडेंट इज काइटिन. complex carbohydrate of homopolysaccharide type found in the exoskeleton of some invertebrate like insects and crustaceans. Crab may be chitin, chitin. Invertebrates like insects. Insects is arthropoda, cockroach. Both it provides both strength as well as elasticity. And when you treat it with calcium carbonate, it becomes very hard. Now, see here, I have tried to bring the structure of chitin. I'll just zoom in so you can just see properly here. देखो यहाँ पर, right? I hope you're able to see the structure. ये देखो यहाँ पर. This is glucose. This is glucose. Now, glucose को जब हम मॉडिफाई करते हैं, राइट ना, NH2 ग्रुप ऐड किया, देखो यहाँ पे हमने, तो वो क्या बन गया, देखो ऊपर व्हाट इज रिटन, एन एसिटिल ग्लूकोसामाइन, एन एसिटिल ग्लूकोसामाइन. So is this one unit of N-acetyl? When we have N-acetyl का chain, it gives us chitin. और वही ग्लूकोज का चेन बन गया. तो यहां पर एग्जांपल क्या दिया, सेलुलोज दिया अपने को, राइट. सो काइटिन में द मोनोमर प्रेजेंट इज NAG, N-acetyl glucosamine, right? So that is where we finish our discussion on carbohydrates. Right now we saw what are monosaccharides, what are oligo mein we saw what are disaccharides and polysaccharides. All three we have discussed with the help of examples, right? Thank you all so much. Bye.